There we were, all three of us, standing at the bottom of the Sandias Mountains. Our hair not yet dripping with sweat and blown in every direction from the bursts of wind ripping through the ridges. Our faces ashen, not from fear, but from the copious amounts of sunscreen we smeared on our cheeks. Our backpack straps digging into our shoulders, definitely overpacked, and excitement rattling in our bones as we started our trek up the Domingo Baca Trail. In a way, this is really similar to how I started my YAV year. Staring up at this giant mountain of a journey in front of me, and the only way to get through it was to just take the first step and do it. There I was, bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. I had no idea what I was getting myself into. And like any newbie, I started at a pace that was too big for my britches. I was very quickly humbled. But you know, when you're doing any kind of physical exertion activity with a big group of people, and you don't want to seem as out of shape as you actually are, so you start to try and hold your breath to try and look not as out of shape as you actually are. I feel like that's definitely a good way of describing how I felt when I first started. And then you get halfway up the trail, or halfway to halfway, really, and your doubt starts to creep in. Can I really do this? Is it too late to turn around? Who the heck are these people? How am I supposed that they're going to stick with me? Are they even going to stick with me? Not if, but when I fall behind. You learn that these people that you're with are huffing and puffing just as much as you are. They slip and fall just as many times. They are just as cut up and bruised as you are. They're just like me. The fear of it all softens when you realize that we're all a little bit scared. And we all don't really know what's going on. But we're all here. Now, along the Domingo Baca Trail, there are parts where you walk along a peaceful and delicate stream. And these are the moments that I revel in. I love to feel like a fairy princess in nature. So in these moments, I like to take my time and sit back and breathe and be. And now I had friends to enjoy these moments with, not strangers, but friends. And boy, did those friends come in handy in so many other ways. There are points in the trail where you're borderline bouldering and climbing these giant rocks up the face of this mountain, and having an extra set of eyes to tell me where to step when I couldn't see, or having those hands to pull you the last bit out of the mud, or when you all slip and fall on your butts and slide halfway down the mountain. Makes those moments better. When snacks run short, fear not. There is always somebody willing to share. Run out of water? Don't worry. Together we have all 12 water bottles from the house with us. When you're absolutely exhausted and on the verge of either cussing out Mother Nature or crying because there's no end in sight and your body is screaming at you, an impromptu karaoke session in the wilderness is definitely the thing to do to pick spirits up. And before you know it, you're almost to the top. Your adrenaline is pumping and you can barely feel the numb pain in your body. And that one last step to that top, to that amazing view that is Domingo Baca. And it's a plane crash. You're telling me that I am in so much pain. I went all the way up this mountain for an amazing view and I have a plane crash. That's my amazing view. Well, looking back on it, I think that's an amazing metaphor for life. It settles. I made it to the top. We did it together, no longer strangers. The view was the journey up. the sweat gleam faces next to me, to taking my time on the descent towards the end. I feel different. Maybe it's the exhaustion, but I've changed. And now I'm finding myself looking forward to my next mountain to climb. Thanks to my YAV year. Thank you.